Hello, you shining soul. Have you been wanting to try out Reiki, or are you about to start your first Reiki session? Well, you came into the right place because I'll be sharing my experience on how my Reiki session as a first timer went. And make sure to stay until the end because I will be sharing valuable tips to enhance the smooth flow of your first Reiki session. So let's get into it. First off, what is Reiki? Reiki is an energy healing technique, and during a session, a Reiki professional uses their hands in gentle movements with the intention to guide the flow of healthy energy through your body to reduce stress and promote healing. So I'm not gonna lie, at first I was very skeptical on booking a Reiki session. I'm sure a lot of you are. I wanted to make sure that it was legit, that I wasn't getting ripped off, and it wasn't just a bunch of baloney, right? But I can truly say after my first session that I am no longer skeptical, and I believe that Reiki is a tremendous help for your healing journey. And when I was booking my session, I was very cautious of who I was picking as my Reiki professional. I made sure that I enjoyed their website, I really connected how they worded things, and overall I connected with their presence. And I ended up going with Rebecca, and I'm so grateful because she is such a beautiful soul. When it came the day of my first Reiki session, I met with Rebecca, of course, and she had me sit down and we had a one-on-one. She was going over what I could expect on this session and just going over as a little more into details to what made me even want to start this Reiki healing journey. And right away, I honestly felt very safe in her presence. I really enjoyed her, and I could tell that she was a very genuine spiritual being. And she explained to me something that helped was she let me know that some people, not all people, get emotional during their session. So if I felt the need, example, to cry, to let it out because this is a safe place and it was a place that it was very well to do so. And again, I felt safe with her right away, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I was crying like a baby in my session at some point, and she made me feel safe about it. I didn't feel judged. It was good. She also informed me about receiving messages. A little side note on this is I did the angelic Reiki style. There's different styles of Reiki, so I did the angelic style along with the balancing chakra style. So she talked about messages. She talked about how some people receive messages and others don't. So to not feel discouraged if I didn't receive messages. But I received plenty of messages. Literally, I laid down there, I was closing my eyes. She gave me a blanket if I needed it. And right away, she was receiving so many messages. And she was able to confirm that I have 2 guardian angels. And I strongly believe that because since I was young and little, I've always believed that I've had guardian angels protecting me. And I swear when I was younger, I saw them. I even spoke to my husband about this before I even did this Reiki stuff. I've talked about this. So that made so much sense to me. And it was so awesome to have someone confirm that. And what made me not skeptical about Reiki was when Rebecca was telling me these messages, it wasn't like basic messages that anyone could just tell you. It was things that you would really have to know me in order to be able to tell me. So that was something that really made me not skeptical. And I was like, okay, this is a real deal. And it was pretty darn cool. Like it was such an experience, it really was. But again, I bawled like a baby on it. So if you are like me and you feel like you need to let it out and cry it out, do so, please. It's for your own good. It will make you feel better. So she was able to relay those messages to me, along with being able to let the healthy energy flow into me and release any of the negative energy that no longer served me. And throughout this, she would do, for me particularly, she told me this as well. She explained to me that she might like hum or sing if she felt the need to. So she definitely was humming and singing at some time. When she was gently hovering her hands over me, it felt like an oven. Like, it felt hot. Like, it was just very strong, hot energy flowing through there. It's funny because she even mentioned it. She mentioned at the end that she wanted me to know that that is how strong the energy was, because it was very hot. And if that happens to you, it's normal. It's the energy just doing its thing. She was balancing my throat chakra, to be exact. I started coughing a lot. I had no idea she was balancing my throat chakra. I started coughing, and then she started coughing as well. And she's like, it's totally normal. I'm just balancing your throat chakra. She's like, isn't that weird how it works? I was like, that is so weird. Very weird, very bizarre. But overall, I was able to lay there and relax and let Rebecca do her thing while I get my peace and get my energies flowing correctly. It was truly a beautiful experience. Once it ended, I felt like I didn't want it to end because it just felt so peaceful. But after the session, she informed me on what I could expect. She told me for that very day that I might feel extra sleepy, and if I'm able to just relax and have a chill day, basically. And with that coughing, she told me that it would be normal for me to cough within the next days, those few days, to not think that I was sick, that only that the energy was releasing out. And I'm like, okay, I thought that was different, but I totally understood. And afterwards, that day, I did feel a little more light and brighter. And the next day, when I went out into the world, if I felt more, the best way for me to explain it, it's like a filter. Like, I felt like a new filter was over me. Like, it was a brighter filter. And I just felt like weight had been lifted off. You know that saying, weight has been lifted off my shoulders? That's literally how I felt. And again, I just felt lighter and brighter, and I felt so much more ready to take on my life and ready to keep healing myself and keep on going the right pathway to the brightness. And it might sound so silly, but it's really, I feel like it helped me to just be able to let go of things that no longer serve me, be able to get my mind right and stop thinking so much about things that I'm not in control of. And it's been good. It's been better since I've had that session. On to the tips, because you deserve an easy flow of a Reiki session yourself. So my first tip is to go in with an open mind and an open heart. Of course, if you are feeling skeptical about your Reiki session, if you're going in with a negative attitude, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna delay yourself on actually seeing results. So go in there with the best of your ability to be open-minded to whatever is flowing, and have an open heart that your Reiki professional is there for your good and they are trying to help you out in your healing journey. My second tip would be to really pick a Reiki professional that you feel a connection with. So I did have another Reiki professional near me, but for some reason I just felt like they weren't the person that I should be seeing. It just felt like it didn't feel right for me. Again, when I saw Rebecca and I saw her website, there was a connection there, and I really, really felt it. So my tip to you is go with the person you really feel a connection. Do a bit of research just don't book with just anyone. My third tip would be to wear comfy clothing that's fitting. So don't wear something super loose or nothing super tight as well that you're uncomfortable. You want to be as comfortable as possible. And also bring a pair of socks. If you're not wearing socks, bring a pair because you might get cold. My fourth tip is to book a day that you are able to just completely chillax after your session. That way you're able to let the new energy settle in, and you might get sleepy, so it would be a good thing for you just to be able to go home and take that nap, sleep it off, or even go out and just chill outside in nature, or if you want to be home on your couch, but just pick a day that you're able to just settle in and do as you please. If you have questions that weren't answered in this video, then go ahead and leave them down below because I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So if you haven't booked your first Reiki session, get the courage and go ahead and do so. And if you're expecting your first Reiki session coming up, enjoy it. Be open-minded with an open heart. Now let yourself shine, and now enjoy this next video that YouTube has specifically recommended for you.